We're here at the outdoor trade show in Liverpool looking at some of the best camping tech that's coming for next year.
Welcome to the upgraded version of my tent. This is the Salewa Trek 2. Now, if you've heard of the Light Trek 2s, it's kind of similar, but it's got more headroom, it's got more features, so more storage inside. It's got a little loft here, which is actually part of the storage bag. It's got some storage at the back and some extra venting. And then it's just slightly wider, slightly taller than any of the Light Treks. It weighs in at just 2.1 kilograms, and because it's got a slightly updated pole design, there's no flapping, which is the best thing about a tent. It's the tightest tent around. People get really funny about porches, and this tent doesn't have a very big porch, but you can clip it back, and because it's so roomy inside, you can actually make a much bigger porch area, and there's still loads of sleeping space. I am here in the Sea to Summit Spark Pro sleeping bag. It's pretty warm. The best thing about the sleeping bag, as you can see, is I've got this free flow zip system, which means I can put my arms out, which is amazing. So it's got a short zip on this side and then a full length zip on the other side. I can even unzip my feet. So if you get hot feet in the night, you can get them out as well. The foot box and the hood are water resistant, so those horrible nights in a damp tent in the UK when you touch the side of your tent, they're just that bit water resistant so that you don't get wet feet. The fabric is recycled and it's lovely and soft. So it's 950 plus fill power, RDS certified down, which is hydrophobic. So it's a mummy shape, but it's pretty roomy around the torso. And then I'm also in this recycled synthetic reactor liner, which is really nifty because it's a drawstring at the bottom so I can get my feet out. And it's got some little poppers here, which means I can have my arms out. So I think the coolest thing about this sleeping bag is this amazing plow zip, which if you've ever slept in a sleeping bag, when you get it snagged, it's really annoying. And this never snags. Please can I have one immediately? Okay, I'm here in Rab's Mythic Ultra 120 MB modular sleep system, which is a sleeping bag and a mat combined. It's got a tilt lining, which reflects heat back at you, so it's extra warm for its weight. And I really like this. It's got a little snuggly handhold, so you can get in and snuggle. A really cool addition here that I really like, I think I invented this actually, is you can use your clothes to make a pillow in this little pouch. This sleeping bag doesn't have any down under the torso because when you lie on it, you compress the down anyway. So it's designed to be used in conjunction with a mat that's got an R value of at least 4.3. So traditionally, this is what would have been called a top bag because it's got these straps which attach the bag to the mat. But this bag has got some down in the feet as well, so you can move about. It's so lightweight that if you don't want to take a stuff sack with you, you can roll up this sleeping bag and stuff it into that hood pocket that I showed you earlier. Here's the mat. And there. The MSR Hubba bike pack and Hubba bike pack are new for this season. There's not loads of changes. They're actually using the same design as the trusted Hubba NX model, but there's a slightly more mesh, which has pros and cons. So it's reduced the weight, but maybe means that it's a little bit more ventilated, which possibly affects the warmth. So it's possibly suited more to warmer climates or more of a spring, summer tent. But the coolest thing about this tent actually is the pack down configuration. So it's got shorter pole segments, comes in a waterproof bag, and it's got a harness attachment, which anybody who's ever tried strapping anything to the front of their bike, if you try and strap it directly to the bars of your bike, then it flaps about, you get cable rub, and you get rub on the frame of your bike, which you might not want. So these nifty little rubber spacers just mean that you can lift the bag away from the handlebars of your bike. So the tent still works as a mountain tent. You can remove these rubber spacers and just use this tent in the bag like you would an NX mountain tent.
So we're here looking at LifeStraw's Peak series, but actually LifeStraw's a really interesting brand because it was set up in 1994 to actually address humanitarian water issues in Africa. They actually only moved into retail products much later after that, after doing a huge amount of incredible work. So one of the nice new key products is this solo water filter. It's a really small little unit that can actually just be attached to a backpack, but it actually then can be fixed to sort of just like an everyday water bottle. So if you were to scoop up some dirty water, you could attach this and then it'll sort of like produce actually crystal clear water straight out top, which is amazing. So the flow rate of this product is actually incredible. It's about 3 litres per minute. And the whole unit is designed to never give you any dirty water at all. So once it's actually full of sort of junk and dirt and things, it'll actually just totally stop producing water. So there's never a danger of ever giving you any dirty water. There's some sort of other clever tech in here that allows sort of you to squirt water straight out of a plastic bottle like this, but it won't then draw back any like horrible dirt or anything that you don't want in any drinking water at all. So all in all, sort of a great brand and a great new little product. So LifeStraw's work is sort of never done really, and they're still massively involved in humanitarian projects. And every time you actually buy a LifeStraw product, you actually just give 1 year of safe water to a child in Africa.